going live. If I freeze up any, let me know. I think I've got a pretty good connection here. Hey, guys, I believe it. We are live. It's telling me here, StreamYard, we're live. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, no matter what part of the world you're coming from, one of the 12 countries that LFI Shuffle is in now. I'm deep in the heart of Texas. How you doing, Michael Ray Newman? Here, as you can see, is my title down there. And I got the one and only partner, the man with the plan, Mr. Edwin Britt from North Carolina. What's up, brother? Talk to me today. How we feeling?
Michael, feeling great, man. Feeling good. Couldn't be better. 86,400 seconds. You and I started bright and early this morning. We've been Zooming and coaching and consulting and meeting people all day. And I'm more fired up about this time than anything we've done all day, brother. Hey, you know what? It's 9:22 today. It's not 9:22. It's 9:02 Eastern Standard Time. But it's September 22nd. Did you know that, Michael? September 22nd? You know what, man? There's something about every day now, right? Today is Businesswomen's Day. Today is Businesswomen's Day. And man, we should celebrate all the business women all around the world. So many of them are on the Shuffle platform, and that's really cool. Reminds me of a cool quote of a great business lady, someone I know you know of, Michael, Mary Crowley in Texas. In fact, she was somebody that Mr. Ziegler.
Texas.
Yeah, great state of Texas, and a lot of great stuff. She had a great story. She was a great businesswoman. She helped a lot of other businesswomen, and I have a lot of admiration for business women. And here's what she said, and it's kind of going to be the theme of our call today, is the choice. You know, you're free up to the point of choice, and then the choice controls the chooser. Think about that, man. We're free up to the point of choice, and then the choice controls the chooser. Every day you and I get a choice, right, man? So
that's right, baby. Every day we got a choice.
And I know tonight we're going to talk some about stewardship and being good stewards. And we're going to talk about our event coming up here in less than a week in Dallas, Texas, or right out a week. And so you still got a choice when you're watching this tonight, whether it's live on one of the platforms later, YouTube or some of the others. First of all, it's not too late to attend our event, hopefully in Dallas, Texas next week, Michael. Right? Still got a few seats left for that, a couple seats left. And time to implement. So, Michael, go ahead and take us. Get started, man. I know you gave some good stuff last week, and I'll follow your lead, brother.
All right. Yeah, man, we're going to pick up where we started talking about stewardship today. AC, how you doing? You are a businesswoman, and you're amazing. You're awesome. Thank you for jumping in here this evening. I see you over there, and everybody else is jumping us, whether you're watching us live or you're watching us later. Edwin, I talked about I love that quote by Miss Crowley. She's an old Texas young lady. I've been knowing of her for many years, even when I was younger. And Mr. Ziegler did work with her a lot too. But I talked last week. Yeah, we talked about you have a choice, and then the choice controls you when you make it. Wow, man, the choice chooses you after that. And I talked about a glass or a water, and I had this little glass up. It's a pretty big one. It's got water in it right now. And I asked how much you think it weighs. Well, I mean, that's right. When that water weighs 8 ounces, 6 ounces. And is it heavy? No, it's not heavy. And as I hold it in my hand, if I continue to hold it in my hand, and we talked through tonight, talked about what we're going to be getting into here in just a second. And I love your perspective on this. But if I kept holding it for the next few minutes we're going to be together, I'd get done. It still wouldn't be that much. But if I held it for 30 minutes or an hour, the same light, not very heavy glass of water that I can hold very easily would continue to get heavier and heavier on me. Why is that? Well, because I'm holding it over and over, and I'm holding this arm. Eventually, I would think of nothing else but this burn I have in my shoulder and my hand and my arm and wanting to put this thing down. So that's what happens when we have problems. We carry these things around with us. And it's always gnawing at us. And then today, this kind of leads right into our stewardship talk, because today, when we talk about being able to handle these problems and being able to stay in this moment, we carry these things with us. And what it does not let us be the best people we can be for the people we need to be for in the moment that we're in, whether it be professionally or personally, whether it be with our personal relationships with our spouse, with our children, with our parents, with our friends, or with business workers, co-workers, people that we manage, people that we lead, people that we build. You can't build that if you're carrying this around, because it gets so heavy. So what we have to do, we got to put it down, baby. You got to put it down and cut. Maybe sometimes we do have to come back to it. I say, don't look back. That creates anxiety and you feel failure, but we need to look back for perspective. sometimes we got to pick this thing up. We got to step away for a minute, because when we come back to it, we're going to see it in a different light, in a different way, in a different time of day. So that's kind of what we talked about last week, Evan. I know it kind of dovetails into stewardship, and I'll let you kind of take that over and kick that off for us, and let's get after it.
Hey, yeah, when we think about stewardship, for many of us, we have sort of a biblical reference to it, right? And so let me just give you the definition, a biblical definition. A biblical view of stewardship can be consciously defined as utilizing and managing all resources God provides for the glory of God and the betterment of creation. For those of us who believe, if you believe in God and believe in a higher power, hopefully you do. We have to be good stewards of the gifts that God has provided. Those of us who've been given much is required. Much is we have to be able to provide and give more. But all of us have been given unique talents, unique skills, unique gifts, and when we give them away, when we are selfless in our pursuits, man, that is where real joy comes from, when we know we're making an impact. And so many business ideas were born as a result of wanting to make the lives better. In other words, solving problems. Shuffle is a great example of that. So tonight we want to talk about stewardship, and one of the ways we have to do that, and Michael just alluded to it, is we have to be able to look inward. We have to challenge ourselves to say, hey, what do I need to do today to be a better version of myself today? Right? What do I need to do today to be a better version of ourselves? So Michael and I just want to share some ideas with you tonight that can be a catalyst for allowing you to be a good steward of your gifts. And one of the things we do with that is mindset set. Instead of I have to do something, we get to do something. Michael, I know you're a good proponent of that.
Yeah, man, I loved it when you said that a few weeks ago, and it just validated. I remembered I have to, or I get to. So I have a win list every day. What's important now that we follow? What are things I need to get done, and I want to get done, and I have to get done? Well, I started writing down I get to win today. I get to win. I get to work out. I get to feel better after the workout. Now, when I get up in the morning, sometimes I don't want to work out. A lot of times I don't feel like getting up and doing it, but I get to go do it. And what do I get to do? Well, it's not the chore of doing it. It's how I feel after I do it. And when we talk about being a good steward, you got to be a good steward of what you've been given. We're designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, endowed with the seeds of greatness, but we have to cultivate those seeds. We have to take those seeds and make something of them. Edwin, my dad said when I was little, he said, boys, you better take care of that stuff when you go see this family. When you go spend the night with these kids, you better treat that stuff like your own. And then he goes, wait a second, don't treat it like your own. You guys tear all your toys up. Treat it like it's theirs, because I know you'll take better care of it. Well, we've been given this gift of time, and we've hit the lottery that we're a human, and we're in America, the greatest country in the world. We have to cultivate that, take advantage of it, because so many times we have this, we get burned out. Oh, man, my air conditioner's not working, or whatever these things is. But you've got to appreciate where you are right now and take advantage of it. Find out those other things. We got to put them down. And we got to understand that we've been given a gift, whether it be an opportunity to be a good steward for the people you're working for, or a good steward of your side hustle, of your business, of building your. You have been given this opportunity. It's up to you to make the most of it. Nobody else. It's up to us. If it is to be, it's up to me. Right, Edwin?
No, so great, Michael. And, it reminded me of something that John Maxwell said. We think about being good stewards. So good stewards of our gifts and good stewards of our outlooks, right? Every human being deserves to be treated with kindness and respect. Now, what does that have to do with business, you might say? I think I would suggest to you, and I know Michael will agree with me, that's everything to do with business. It's the golden rule of its essence. Mr. Ziegler said it another way. You can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. Something, and John Maxwell and Zig Ziglar were synonymous in a lot of things regarding motivation and leadership. Here's something he said: the entire population of the world, with one minor exception, is composed of others. Pretty cool, right? With the exception of just ourselves, and we spend all this time thinking about ourselves, the entire population of the world is composed of everybody else but you. But yet we tend to probably not the people on this call, but we all know people who think very selfishly. They're not being very good stewards. Here's 4 points I want you to think about when you think about stewardship. and how you approach others. And Michael, I believe this aligns so well with the trust process. When we flip it around, you call it flip the script and make it about others. Number one, every person wants to be valued. Every person wants to be valued. Number two, every person wants to be appreciated. Hey, everyone has something to contribute to the world. And all people enjoy it when their contribution is appreciated by others. So being a good steward of your gifts involves appreciating and encouraging others. Number three, every person wants to be respected because it costs you nothing to respect others, yet it gives them so much dignity, self-respect, and confidence, just to name a few. And lastly, every person wants to be understood. Every person wants to be understood. What a great example of stewardship. Every person wants to be understood, which means when you make the effort to get to know others, the trust process, make it about them, you may discover that they think or act differently because they haven't had the advantages you've had or maybe reacting to conditions beyond their control. What we've got to do is we have to lean into others, think about others, help them identify their need, and then our solution, our business solution, our ideas, our creativity, our gifts become relevant to them, and they're much more likely to take action. Michael, what do you think about all that, man?
I love it, man. And it's just like you kind of started the day with that. And that's what you guys understand. When you treat people like you want to be treated, you don't build a business, you build people, and people build the business. But when you treat people like they want to be treated, like you want to be treated, and you're going to see, you're going to do all those things naturally. You're going to have gratitude. You're going to show them that they have value. And if you lead with that gratitude piece that Edwin teaches and lives, because he teaches it so well, because he lives it. So you teach it, you give them that gratitude and that value, and give them respect. Everybody deserves that from you, because even the most common encounter you have with someone makes the biggest difference. You have no idea what that person is going through. You have no idea. We have tons and tons of those stories right here in this platform. And it comes back to a process, whether you have to step back and you have to drop these problems. You got to set them down, right? And go to the next one. Reset, restructure, refocus, relaunch. You have to have the right kind of attitude in this moment and lean into the process. The process is trust. Now, what does trust look like? Trust is the first T. You guys know this. We've told you about it, but you may or may not can recite it like Edwin can, talk about it for 8 hours and give all these examples. But you can think, plan, and prepare. And that's what we do when we get on these calls. That's what we do when we go in and see our children sometimes. When I pick my daughter up from school, sometimes I think, plan, prepare before I get there, because every time she jumps in the truck and I say, "How was your day?" You know what she says? "Fine, not good. What's up?" She has one word. So I got to think, plan, and prepare so I can get into the R and relate to her in a way that she is going to be able to communicate with me. Then I can uncover her need. I can uncover my need. I can uncover what we want to get to together. And that's what we've done on this call. We are now offering you solutions to take action on. So how do you learn this, and how do you stay with it? And how do you stay relevant in business, which will make you a good steward? If you're not relevant and you're behind, you're not going to be a good steward, because you're going to be turning inward, and you're going to make it about you, and you're going to run around, and you're going to get selfish, and you're going to be going crazy and just try to do what you got to do to survive that day. So what we're going to do for you right now today, Dallas, Texas, I'm going to tell you to come to Dallas, Edwin. You know why? Because when you come to Dallas, Texas, you're going to stay relevant. There's 5 areas of your business. There's your marketing and your brand. Who are you? What does it look like? What do other people think about you? And then there's sales. Ain't nothing happen without a sale. You got to have somebody selling something to go ahead and do something. And then we talk about your operations. After you sell something, your operations team has got to be in sync, simpatico with you, to be able to get that product out, delivered on time, to keep your customer happy. So they're going to come back for more. They're going to look at your brand, buy something from you, and order some more because your operations is so good. And then you got to be able to balance that money. You got to have those key performance indicators. You got to have your line. It's 4. Number 4 is the accounting. And then last, not least, first or last, I put it last because I think great leaders lead from behind until they're called to the front. And don't kid yourself. We're ready to be called in. 2-minute warning comes up. We want the ball in our hand. It's called leadership. That's 5. And the 6 is the personal development piece. And it's personal for me, Edwin, this year because of, the trust process has gotten me through some really personal stuff that I validated the trust process that I lived my life. The last 30 years of my life, I've lived my whole entire life, the trust process. You helped me validate that being your partner over the last 5 years. And then the last 2 years I've had to really lean into the process, drink my own Kool-Aid. Not that I arrived, And then God said, nope, you're not there yet, brother. It's time for you to grow some more. There's more people you can help, more people you can impact. So that's what this is about. I've got to be a good steward of the gift that you've given me, Edwin, the gift that God's given me, the gift that these other people to let me get up and live another day and come talk to you guys on this platform. So I really and sincerely am very grateful. And you guys need to get to Dallas, Texas. There's a few spots left. If you can come to Dallas, or if you're in Dallas and you're hearing this, we got people that are piling in now. VIP is gone, but they do have some seats available. We'd love to see you guys, get to meet y'all, because we're going to dive into all 5 of those things, Edwin. And you are coming in, brother.
Yes, I am, man. I'm getting on the big jet plane next Wednesday evening and come right into Dallas. Michael, I just love it. So what I heard you say, man, is we're going to hit so many critical steps that are going to help you in your business, in your personal life. And you got something on your shirt there, man, that called Life by Design right there, right? We're going to be talking more about Life by Design. Yep, there it is. With all that you just said, I sure hope you guys will take advantage of coming and being in Dallas, or if you're in that DFW Metroplex area, you find your way to the Embassy Suites there. It's going to be amazing. We've got an amazing lineup of speakers. I want to leave you guys with 2 things when it ties to stewardship. Number 1 is a question. What's the best question ever? The best question ever, in my opinion, and actually I believe this to be factual, is what's the wise thing to do? Think about that. The best question ever, what's the wise thing to do? So if that is posed to you tonight, or whenever you're going to hear this part of our time together tonight, I believe that the wise thing to do is for you to be in Dallas, Texas next week, so you can keep pouring and growing into it. And number 2, what's the best yes you can make? Of all the yeses you can give, like we say yes a lot, what's the best yes you can give? I believe it's this: saying yes to your goals, your dreams, your talents, your beliefs, and if not now, when? Because your family, your people that you love, deserve for you to be able to create the life by design that you were born to live. And Oliver Wendell Holmes said this: the great tragedy in life isn't the loss of life suddenly while tragic. It is that most of us go to our graves with our best music still inside us, yet unplayed. Life by design, right? And Michael, the best 5 years of my business career over the last 34 years has been your business partner. And the best part of that has become not only all the things we've accomplished together professionally, but the friendship we forged, man. I'm very, very grateful for that. And I want more people to experience the depths of those kinds of friendships. They deserve it.
That's right, man. And so do you, Edwin. I feel the same way. Life by Design is one of the sponsors, one of the 3 title sponsors here in the event. Life by Design Apparel. We've got, of course, Edge Global, Michael Ray Newman, Edwin Britt. We're here for you. And then, of course, LFI Shuffle, ER, and Guy have put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money into this to make it to you. The Hilton of Grapevine, right north of the airport, baby. Y'all come see it. $24 million they just poured in this bad boy. We're going to be the first one to have that room. Is going to be brand new for you, man. So I'm excited to see everybody. Edwin, you said it so well, man. We don't want to leave our legacy. We want to live our legacy. This event helps you not only in your business, but personally will launch you and your family for generations if you let it. And that's what we're going to do here, man. So have a great day. Great weekend, whoever you are hearing this, man. Take care, brother. Have a great one. Call me if you need me.
See you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.